It didn't take long for Paralympian Jim Bob Bazell to know he needs to go to Boston and be there for the injured victims.
We have an eager beaver here already. One Lone Ranger, or Lone Red Raider, I guess, trailer is already here. So
Paige Gates of Midland is also safe. She was able to finish as well, and she joins us now live by phone in Boston.
I'm on the north side of the stadium right now. Already cars are lined up and down this street.
I'm actually wearing green and a little bit of gold. Please, I hope that no one takes offense. I really did not. I actually matched my shoes.
The big thing that they're going to focus on as far as Nimitz is concerned is the quarterback and their wide receiver. And I'll tell you what, they have been impressive out here tonight.
I am coming to you from the Phyllis Wheatley Middle School. It's just down the road from the AT&T Center where the San Antonio Spurs play. What if I told you that being at a football game didn't mean watching the football game? Over the last couple of weeks, I've had the privilege of talking to a local fan who has given me, and I hope gives you, a new perspective on football.
Isela Mejia has always had a curiosity for football.
When I was young, or in high school, I went to the football games, and then my husband loves sports, so we introduced our daughter to sports, so we've gone to all of them. We followed them to the playoffs.
She would always come and lay down here on the couch and say, you know, who's winning and this and that. Well, I wanted to know more, you know.
Since she was 28 years old, Isela has had to enjoy the game in a different way.
You probably feel that I can see you. I'm just looking in your direction.
Isela is blind. In 1988, she began to lose her vision and was diagnosed with retinitis pigmentosa. Football had become a big part of Isela and Neto's marriage, but now it wouldn't be the same.
Football has become a part of her life too, you know, since we met. And I'm glad, because, I mean, I don't mind watching football by myself, but when I have the moment in my life sitting next to me and enjoying it just like I do, oh, it's great.
We would go to the game, and I depended on him to tell me every little, and I want to know every little detail.
So they had an idea that involved a simple gadget and Isela's new football knowledge.
Has on fires in zone. Touchdown Midland High, DeAndre Goodley. Yes, sir.
So he's like, you know what? We listen to the radio at home. We listen to the football game at home. You're gonna have one at the game. The radio, I love it because they tell me every little bit of it. I mean, it's like I don't need to see it because I'm visualizing it in my head.
When she's listening to the game and we make a touchdown, you know, she jumps and she cheers.
For Isela, it's the most basic information that is the most crucial.
And they tell me left to right. I mean, I love it when they say the team is going from left to right. So you take for granted, you know. Because if they don't tell me, I'm looking the wrong way. I'm totally looking the wrong way.
Despite the occasional directional hiccup, Isela has found the new perspective has given her and her husband a new love for football.
Yeah, you want to listen to it? Sure. It's just as exciting as when I could see. When I hear on the radio a flag was thrown, sometimes I even know before my husband what the penalty was.
She really gets into the games now. I mean, football, it's become a big part of her. I'm very proud. She's an inspiration. She is an inspiration. I mean, that's the love of my life. Yes, football comes in second.
We're just people also, so just don't forget that.
We'd like to thank Isela and Neto for letting us into their lives. And Jay and Tatum, one quick note. Isela, when she first told me, she was hesitant to the interview, but then she realized she needed to speak out for disabled football fans everywhere. So thank you very much to Isela.
Great story.
Whitney, thank you.
CBS 7 Sports Director Whitney Harding joins us now with more on her exclusive one-on-one interview with Paralympian Jim Bob Bazell. Whitney?
Jay Tatum, it didn't take long for Paralympian Jim Bob Bazell to know he needs to go to Boston and be there for the injured victims.
Jim Bob Bazell knows what it's like to overcome losing a limb.
I had to go through it myself. I learned everything on my own. It's a new reality. It's a new life.
After the initial shock of what happened in Boston, Jim Bob quickly realized he has a special perspective and story to share with some of the victims.
Being that it's a marathon and it's running, that's my thing. I run. I want them to show them that, hey, I lost my leg and I came back 5 months later and I ran again. And it's possible. I just want to give them the hope that they got it.
So in a couple of weeks, the Paralympic gold medalist is going to Boston to help those who will be forced to start a different life.
Losing a limb it's different with everybody. A lot of people have to learn how to walk. So it's all up to their mindset, and if they're okay with accepting the fact they've lost their limb, they're going to take it on pretty fast.
When it comes down to it, Jim Bob wants these victims to know that this is not an end, it's a new beginning.
I'm hoping to get to them to let them know that their life is not over. Any advice that I can give them for prosthetics, I've got all the information they need. Everything's possible. Put your mind to it.
Jim Bob is taking donations to help him get to Boston and also to give to the families in need. If you want to help out, you can call Jim Bob at 432-258-5673 or email him at jbbiz411@yahoo.com. The information will also be on our website. In the newsroom, I'm Whitney Harding.
Like most high schoolers, Luke Stice loves social media.
It's something I definitely enjoy doing, especially in the downtime and whatnot.
The thing is, Luke is not like most high schoolers. He has committed to play football at a Division I program, and that can really change things.
You have to educate the kids on, I think, from our end of things while they're still in high school. It comes down more to keeping their personal life private and off of Facebook and those kind of things is something that I think that they need to be aware of.
Social media has quickly become a way for colleges to check in on potential recruits, just like any employer would on prospective employees.
Everybody that I recruit that I'm serious about, I do web searches. So if there's a Facebook account or a Twitter account, then I'll look at it. So it is very important for us to know as much as we can about the people who we are recruiting. We don't want to bring problems to campus if possible.
When it comes to social media, it's not just the things that student athletes post that can be an issue. As the Baylor football Twitter account reminds us, any communication with a prospective student athlete via social media can be considered an NCAA violation.
NCAA expects all of us to have control that is very, very far-reaching, and that includes social networking.
These kids are at a time in their lives when they should be able to make mistakes. But if you want to play sports in college, mistakes are not an option.
Yeah, that's something that you definitely have to take into consideration. You don't want to go put something on Facebook or tweet something that's going to offend somebody or that a coach is going to see and be like, what kind of kid he is. As Coach Morton knows, they find out about just about everything. So college coaches are no exception to that.
For those who are wondering, Uri Wright committed to play football for Colorado, but his story will forever be a lesson as to what not to do. Whitney Harding, CBS 7 Sports.